Here we go. Here's some of the big stuff. Here's some of the big stuff here. Springald attack speed improved from 4 to 3 seconds. Attack damage reduced from 30 to 70, or 30 plus 70 to 30 plus 60. It's a pretty significant change. Springalds will fire faster, but have a bit less of a punch. Overall, I think that's a buff to the Springald. Overall, I think so. I don't know how the numbers work exactly within regards to 2-shotting and 3-shotting stuff, but we'll have to see. Culverin also got a buff here in attack speed, but this is pretty huge. This is pretty huge. They got a very big damage nerf to other siege. And I mean, Culverins were like the head honcho, right? They really were. In terms of like siege wars, if you were a civ with them. So Mangonel range armor increased from 20 to 30. So this means that Springalds overall, they got a 10 damage nerf and Mangonel's got a 10 armor buff. So they actually deal 20 damage less to them, but they attack faster. Nestabes also got an armor increased. Trebuchets. I kind of want to see like what their reasoning is. So that address a couple of issues. Volatility of Springalds versus other siege. By increasing attack speed and reducing damage, it now requires more Springalds and Culverins to be able to one-shot other siege weapons. This should widen the window available to react seeing these units on the battlefield before all your attacking siege is destroyed. Okay. Camping under keeps with Springalds and Culverins surrounded by units makes them difficult to push into and pick off. Using range units to pick them off becomes more viable. Oh, they actually reduced the armor of Springalds? Wait, what? By reducing the range armor of Springald. That's from a previous patch, no? So it doesn't say that's here. Either way. Battering ram, cheaper, less health. Takes bonus damage from melee. Attack move with melee units now targets rams automatically. This is going to make dealing with those ram pushers a lot easier. A lot easier. Might change some fights where you kind of want to kill the units, but you're attacking rams instead. We'll see. We'll see. Because, yeah, you're going to have to micro your range units quite a lot more. Tithe Barns has changed now, so it's less stone overall, but I think the same income overall. Yeah, it is. Imperial Age economy. Crosscut saw. Wait, what the fuck's this? Ah. Villagers drop 15% more gold? This is pretty big. You just drop off more gold. I wonder if this also means that Japan, when they drop off more gold, drop off more stone as well. I don't know. So there's nothing for food, though. Alright, lots of bug fixes here. Alright, Abbasid. Golden Age. Correct an issue where villagers are receiving 30% gather rate instead of 20%. I mean, most people already saw Abbasid as quite bad, so I'm a bit surprised that that they're golden. I mean, they never get to Golden Age 3, so yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Here are some massive changes and big nerfs. We might have to totally rethink how we play Ayyubids. Culture Wing. Advancement to Feudal. Age uptime reduced from 40% to 20%. Culture Wing, Advancement to Castle. Age uptime reduced from 40 to 20%, and resource discount reduced from 500 to 400. So those fast tech ups that you see are going to be a good chunk slower. It also means that Ayyubid on the water maps, where you just get control straight away, no longer as good. Yeah. Correct an issue where first Golden Age tier was giving 50% gold bonus to gold, stone, and wood instead of 10%. Oh, okay. Dervish healing no longer heals units in garrison. Desert Raider weapon range no longer fluctuates when upgrading Desert Raiders after researching. Okay. So they've made this this Byzantines ram as well significantly weaker but cheaper. 70 health for 50 wood. Cisterns! Gather rate bonus increased from 5, 10, blah, 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 to 10, 14, 18, 22, 26. So this is just, you know, a nice buff. A nice buff. By the time you get to the max one, which Byzantine has been pretty damn decent when they get to 5, it's about the same, 1%. But the starting one is significantly better. Like this single change here, or in fact, I guess all these changes, are just very good for Byzantine. And I already think Byzantine's very strong. Or when I say very strong, definitely has matchups that it's very good in. Buffing the cistern of the first hill landmark, the flask one, the gulp. Maybe it'll get some use, but I still think the other one's just so good. And this is the big one that people wanted with the Grand Winery. Now acts as a mill and monastery. Thank you. Oh ho ho. Limited A shield wall damage reduction reduced from 50% to 40%. That's great. The research speeds reduced as well. That's actually not bad. It was very strong. Golden Horn Tower landmark. Reduced training speed from 50% reduction to 6. Okay, so they've nerfed it a tiny bit. And the Keshix is fixed. Okay. Overall, oh. So Streltsy costs more olive oil. Franking guards are no longer selected with mercenary golems when double-clicking. Imperial Hippodrome, where wolves would grant supply points. I didn't even know that. Added that it changes all villagers' weapons to a spear that deals +1, 2, 3, 5 bonus damage per age. Okay. Fixed an issue where cisterns did not cost any wood to repair. They didn't cost... I thought they just cost... I thought they cost stone, being a stone building. Am I a donk? Alright, Chinese. Chinese actually got some really good changes, I think. Imperial Academy now produces Imperial officials with a 30% discount. Now, I don't know any Chinese player that doesn't make the Imperial Academy. So I think these are amazing. Amazing changes. I'm very happy that the... I'm pretty... Like, so far, everything that I've read, like, Limited A being a little bit nerfed. Not ruined, a little bit nerfed. And there are nerfs here, as well as buffs. Like, the Grand Winery change alone is just a really nice quality of life thing, you know? I hated the fact that I'd be like, hey, I really want a fucking mill on my Grand Winery, like, right next to it. It was so annoying, so that helps that a lot. Imperial Academy, 30% discount. So your Imperial officials will now be, what? Instead of 150, they'll be 70-35. It's actually pretty significant. Dock work rate bonus reduced. I think that's okay too. Improved supervisability description. Alright. As in villages. Alright. Okay, Delhi. When researching manuscript trade, scholars that are already garrisoned in docks will be properly counted as active scholars. Docks, when destroyed, will decrease the scholar count correctly. Okay. Wingard Rangers are now selected with all selected range infantry hotkey. Penetration sits now to correctly generate 20% more resources instead of 33% more. Didn't even know that was a thing. Business where chamber economists would skip one free trader if 2 or more economy technologies are researched in dock age. I was trying to count in my head. I'm like, what Dark Age upgrades would you get? Like, potentially just Wheelbarrow or the Wood Chop thing? But then I guess you can get Survival Instincts as well, yeah. Corrected an issue where Holy Inspiration will be cast on enemy naval units. I didn't know that was a thing either. But can you imagine? You get your fucking prelate, you get the buff, then it's like, here you go, enemy Springald. Ah, that would be horrible. We want the choice for the Japanese to be far more meaningful than your landmark selection and which monk skin you get. Frosty Phoenix, thank you for the raid. While finding a needed buff to the Japanese, we hope that this rework offers more distinction between the choosers and street options in the Castle Age and beyond. Shinto Shrine and Buddhist Temple now each contain 3 new technologies which replace herbal medicine, piety, and tithe barns. Oh, it replaces tithe barns as well. Okay. Increase the Shinto's priest healing rate by 6%, health by 40%, and move speed by 15%. That's pretty fucking big, right? That's a single upgrade? Gion Festival. All buildings gain +2 line of sight. Every 3 minutes, all economic units heal for 100% of their max health over 3 seconds. That seems so random. This seems so random. Bunrai increases the maximum number of Yashiro by +2. Immediately spawns 2 Yashiro at the floating gate. Hey, I like this one. Fuck yeah. I like this one a lot. Alright. Buddhist Temple. Alright. Zen. Buddhist monks generate 25 gold every 60 seconds. Kind of interesting. Bunrai, it's expensive though, and age 4. I mean, it should be expensive, like that technically. If you think about it, it can be like 150 gold per minute pretty immediately. So I'd imagine that's like 500 gold, like 250 would upgrade or something. Yeah, they're healing your eco units. I was thinking like, so that means traders, villagers, and fishing boats, eh? The all buildings gain 2 line of sight. Initially, I was like, is that useful? It's kind of nice because Japan is a civ that does like towers around. So having +2 line of sight on all your towers as well, that's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. Like, I look at this upgrade, and initially I'm very locked on to this 100% heal every 3 minutes. But I think the big one that's actually useful is this. All buildings gain 2 line of sight. Because initially I was thinking like, I don't need 2 line, but on your towers and stuff, that's actually quite big. Okay. Upgrade Buddhist conversion to Nihan conversion, which has 25% shorter cooldown. An additional improves nearby allied units' movement speed by 25% when cast. I don't know what they want. 5 Mountain Ministries. Buddhist Temple automatically casts Sohai Sutra on a nearby enemy. Interesting. Indicate that nearby allies gain 20% damage for 20 seconds when Buddhist conversion is cast. Does this mean just cast or complete? Because it's just cast. Buddhist Temple now has a built limit of 5, including the Temple of Equality landmark. Town Center rocket range decreased from 9 to 8 tiles. Hand cannon renamed to Coca Township will no longer instantly spawn a shinobi. This one's really nice, I think. The shinobi coming out as fast as it did was a big deal. So it's kind of funny. Like Ayyubid with the Desert Raider and the Coca Township, they basically just kind of like swap those around. Yeah, I think that's a totally fine change, actually. Gunsmith updated the UI shown. Oh, okay. I like this one a lot. Sometimes I'd leave that bad boy for a while, and I'm like, well, how much do I have? And I just hold down S to get as many Azutsu as possible. Correction issue associated with enemy naval units breaking its animations. Going down, check correction issue. Copper plating, 2% plus 2. Floating gate will no longer fail to create a breeze of players' population blocked. That's it. Okay, cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Ranged cavalry not benefiting from bannerman. Oh! Is the bannerman the range one or the stable one? It's the range one? Shit. Damn. It's the stable one? I think it's the stable one. Isn't the archer one something like Kurai Bannerman or something? Yumi Bannerman. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. This helps some strats that I've been working on a lot. Like now your horse army, your mounted samurai, and then the Onimusha are significantly buffed because you get those ranged. Yeah. I'm actually. This is very cool. Onimusha no longer share formation with men at arms and now ranked behind. Oh, okay. Onimusha were not getting. Oh, you didn't know that, Wham? They didn't receive any of the damage. And they're already, like, this is the thing, Wham. I know we played that Japan Mirror recently. I don't know if you expected the Onimusha at all, but they're actually fucking useful. Like, I've actually done it a few times where I'm playing, like, against HRE or Jeanne or, like, some of these civs that, like, they're knights in Age 3, and they freaking destroy them. So the fact that they're actually going to get buffed like they should do as well, especially with an army that's fast, it's really annoying. Shinobi now shares formation with Onimusha. Okay. So, like, Onimusha will be behind your samurai, so it's kind of like auto-micro. Castle of the Crow Treasure Caravan is no longer selected. Oh, that's okay. Fix an issue where free villagers from Daimo upgrades wouldn't benefit from upgrades. I didn't even know that. That's funny. Transfer ships with bannermen will now probably reduce their maximum count when the ship... okay. Correct issue where Adachi would increase their weapon range of samurai. They got extra weapon range? That's sick. Alright, Jeanne. No, you didn't actually benefit from the Yumi Bannerman at all. You were meant to benefit from the Bannerman, aka the cavalry one. It says it does, but it didn't. That was the bug. Changes to hero Jeanne d'Arc. Jeanne d'Arc no longer gains experience from wolves. Big deal. Honorable heart damage reduction. Reduced from 50% to 66 to 45 to 60%. Overall, really happy about this. I don't know what it actually means in game. Like, I've really hated it when I've got freaking crossbows against level 4 Jeanne. And it's like, they're doing 1 damage per hit, you know? Tier 2 Archer, Jeanne, health increase. Tier 2 Archer, Jeanne, movement speed increased. Wrath damage reduced. Melee Jeanne, health reduced. Melee Jeanne, armor reduced. I mean, these are all really good changes. Range health reduction? Okay, I'm a bit surprised. Range damage melee damage reduced. Range damage reduced. Melee armor. Okay. Companion equipment. Castle Age. I actually like this upgrade. Cost increase from 175 to 500. Move from the keep to the blacksmith. Increases health and damage of Jeanne d'Arc by 25% at tier 3 and 4. Increases Jeanne d'Arc armor by +1. So you can technically get your Jeanne d'Arc to what she is, again, but with a 500 cost upgrade. And it's not on the keep anymore, because this initially upgraded your just your companions. Yeah, no wolves to XP her up, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Jeanne d'Arc will no longer lose ability charge progress or cooldown progress when leveled up. garrisoned or killed. Oh, that's nice. Jeanne d'Arc abilities can no longer be interrupted by auto-attacks during casting. Divine Arrow ability. Whammon! Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Holy Wrath no longer damages units and garrisons. Good. Ah! Corvinus! Corvinus, you're saved! Corvinus! No longer disqualified from tournaments. No longer. Correction issue where Jeanne d'Arc will gain experience from sheep. Included the damage tiering information, blah, 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 blah. Keeps it now selected. Okay. Mongols. Improve wheelbarrow. Maximum number of resources carried from 7 to 9. Nice change. Order of the Dragon! Dragon Villager gather rate bonus increased from 25% to 28%. So this is like such a small change, but I kind of wanted something small that just helped. What happened to Corvinus? He played against Zertan with Jeanne d'Arc, and he was using Holy Wrath, which is her melee AoE ability, on garrisoned units. So like, basically, if you had 15 villagers in your TC, but you go and Holy Wrath it, you can hit all those villagers inside. And it was a bug. Like, it's not meant to be like that. So he got DQ'd for the bug. Guild Landsnet, they have a bit more health now. Probably still get absolutely murdered. Bodkin Bolts. Damage bonus versus siege increased from +10 to +20. I wonder if that will actually help quite a bit. Because they actually simultaneously buffed Mango Armor, eh? I wonder. Elsbach Palace damage reduction buff is now behaving as intended. Spearmen with Dragonfire upgrade no longer deal damage to nearby allied buildings when attacking. Correction issue where Gilded Knights would lose Warhorse's enhancement when tearing up from veteran Gilded Knights. Oh yeah, this set of changes is very interesting. Sultani Trade Network. Free traders increased from 2 to 3. Increased trader garrison slots from 6 to 10. And reduced income of each trader from 28 to 24 per minute. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Because in general, the only time that I ever used this landmark with Ottoman was maps like Canal, where food wasn't so much an issue. And having just like a few traders for that trickle of gold early on can be quite nice. And in general, I would fill it up, but it was kind of nice just to have those 2 traders, 28, 28, 56 gold per minute. Whereas now you have 24, 24, 24, which there's probably mathematicians in the chat, but I think that's like 72. In which, boom, you get 72 gold a minute for that landmark, which the one downside is that it costs you 3 supply, but it's in line with like the Mansa Quarry, for example. And you can obviously buff that with traders, but each trader that you buy, which is 60-60, gold and wood, they will technically take longer to pay off for themselves. So if you... Before, it took you about a little over 4 minutes to pay off a trader to pay off for itself after buying it. Now it will take 5 minutes, I think. So it's more useful in the sense that initially it's got a tiny buff. But, Fix an issue where Elite CP was taking longer than intended to research, reduced from 90 to 60 seconds to match other Elite upgrades. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's interesting. Wandering Town, damage increase reduced from 50 to 25. I think this is very reasonable. Roos already had the cheapest, or equal cheapest rams in the game and the best rams, so totally valid. Alrighty. If you get the Vizier point for 40% more training, it is 33.6 gold per minute, so it pays off in 2.5 minutes, I think. If you buy a trader, you mean? So a trader itself is 120 resources. So it will take at least 3 minutes to pay off to get that 120 resources back, even with the Vizier point. Because in 2 minutes it's got technically like 67 resources, right? So, still. Okay, Song Dynasty, wood discount reduced from 40 to 30. Great change. I think everybody was absolutely on the same page with this. It was too powerful. Song Dynasty bonus changed from affecting non-military buildings to affecting economic and population buildings. Oh, so this means... Okay, the discount applies... I guess it used to apply to like the university and blacksmith as well before, eh? Oh, and towers. Oh, yeah. Aha. Okay. Yeah. Meditation garden with a little bit of a nerf here. Less range. And then also... Less. But it's the same with wood. Great changes overall. Great changes. Like, so far I'm looking at this and I'm like, good. Zushi's library, cloud of terror area effect reduced a little bit. So the AoE bombards are a bit worse. Dock work rate reduced in line with China. Zushi's library. No longer I didn't even realize you can queue up more than 2 upgrades. That's funny. Tang Dynasty no longer reduces the wonder cost. Correct an issue where the Wan Dynasty discount did not apply to the Wan Raider. Shaolin monks are now able to pick up and deposit relics reliably. Oh yeah, that was annoying actually. Correct an issue where Imperial officials could supervise markets. Overall, I really like these changes. I don't know how it's going to be overall. But thinking about the other changes as well, the only change that I didn't quite like is the fact that they nerfed the range zone as well. I felt that range zone was already a bit like Garbo. Oh, that's all the change. No issue with Byzantine Rain of Fire. Mastery thing. What's on the horizon? We're celebrating Women's Day. Woohoo! Woman! Alright. We went through it, lads and lasses. We went through it. You expected more changes? I mean, that's already a lot, to be fair. A lot. A lot. Okay, I'm quickly going to go do my biz, and then we'll be right back.